Hey everybody, this is Graydon from Bavarian Auto Clinic. Today we're working on a 2020 BMW X7 xDrive 40i, and the customer came in last week complaining of irregular tire wear, specifically on the inside shoulder, and we performed an inspection and found that the front control arms, specifically the tension strut, the bushings are cracked and have a lot of play in them. So today we'll be replacing both lower front control arms. This one's called the Wishbone, and then this front one's called the tension strut, and we'll be performing a four-wheel alignment afterwards. So, yeah. We gotta remove this, I think BMW calls them crash support beams or whatever. Anyways, they're right in the way of the bolt that's holding the control arm portion, not the control arm portion, the bushing portion of the control arm to the subframe. So we gotta remove that. So you can see right along here we have some cracking, and as you can see as well, these are filled with hydraulic fluid, and you can see that hydraulic fluid has been leaking out of these bushings. So these are shot, cause your alignment to be out, increased tire wear, all that sort of fun thing. So we are replacing these arms. Look at how big that crack becomes. Look at how much play I can put on it. Yeah, cooked. Yeah, so you can tell these ball joints have seen a little bit better days. They should go to where you point them, and they should stay there. This one's kind of rebounding a little bit. But I mean, not surprised. These are the original control arms. Vehicle has 70,000 miles, 60, 70,000 miles on it, and it's, oh yeah, hey look, you can see the fluid coming out of the crack right there. But I mean, this is heavy car, heavy car. And these are original, so I'm not surprised. This is very regular wear. It's just to hold the spindle up while I pull this. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I don't think I needed to do that. There we go. Okay. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. These nuts off for the ball joints. But pop the wishbone out, then all the old stuff is out. We'll wait for the new stuff to come in. The tips, the first couple threads on the tips of these nuts have nylon on them to kind of act like as a locking nut, and instead of breaking past that friction point, we just spin the ball joint in the spindle. So I have to hold the shaft of the ball joint while moving the nut in order to get past the nylon part of the threads, and then I can just zip it off. There we go. Yeah, ball joint. Seen better days. Some cracking on here. Okay, so our new control arms for the X7 are not here yet. They should be here shortly, sometime today. So while we wait for that, we can go check out what everybody else is working on today.
Alrighty, what's up guys? Bailey here. Today we are working on the BMW X5 E70. We got a couple of different things we're doing to it right now that were approved. This driver's side headlight unit has been out, so we're working on replacing everything in there, making sure everything's working properly there. And then on the back side we are doing, we're pulling out the rear diff to fix a leak that we found. So I am working on getting that airbag out, getting that all situated and taken care of, and then getting that diff out. And once that happens, we'll get it all thrown back together for the customer. They got a big trip coming up, so we're trying to make sure everything's good to go for that.
So I am working on a 2008 Porsche Cayenne. We need to replace the water pump and the thermostat. Usually to get to the thermostat, because it's behind the water pump, you gotta take the intake manifold off, but we're dealing with a car that's almost 20 years old and 20-year-old plastic, so the less invasive we can be, the better. So there's a couple of tricks that I found online to get the thermostat out without having to take the intake manifold out. So we're gonna try that first and see what happens. Hello?
New wishbones. Installing new wishbones. These vibration dampeners that go on the wishbones, there's a specific alignment. You're supposed to align it like it's like almost parallel to how this arm runs. Basically, the line from this needs to meet this, be in line with that at that angle. And then you torque the nut on the back of these to 108 Newton meters. Okay, so this is the difference now. They have an updated control arm bushing, tension strut bushing. See how this one has gaps in the middle? This one's like a completely filled bushing. I think they switched, from my understanding, these are filled with hydraulic fluid. These are now not. These are just a regular bushing now. So, because I know these are kind of notorious to go bad, but this is the new updated design apparently. So they switched away from these. So hopefully these last longer. Alrighty, so last step here for torquing everything. I've already torqued the ball joints. Last step here is to raise the suspension up to ride height so we can torque all the control arm bushings. Because if you torque them while the vehicle has uncompressed suspension, then when you go to drop it down to ride height, there's going to be a bunch of extra pressure twist on that bushing when it is at ride height, which was going to cause premature failure. So we want no extra pressure on the control arm bushing while it's at ride height. So that's the reason why we do this. So once this is torqued, it'll go off to get aligned, and then the vehicle is given back to the customer. Torque specs for this vehicle when doing this job. Both of the ball joints are 100 Newton meters and then 90 degrees. And then all the bushing parts, so the shock mount, the wishbone to subframe, the tension strut to subframe are all 165 Newton meters, then 90 degrees. And then this guy is 270 Newton meters and then 90 degrees on top of that. However, most people don't have a torque wrench that goes that high in terms of angle after the 270. So what we like to do when we're not able to accomplish that is get to the 270 and then use a paint pen to mark our position and just use an impact to basically walk it that 90 degrees while watching that paint pen mark. So you can still get that rough 90 degrees without having to go out and get some special torque wrench tool. So obviously the correct way to do it is with a torque wrench that goes that high, but it's not very common to have a torque wrench that goes that high. So if you're interested, there's the torque specs for doing this job. So all finished up here. We've got our new control arms in, new tension struts, new wishbones. Last thing I gotta do is torque down the bolt for the axle, which we need to do with the vehicle on the ground. So skid plates and whatnot need to go back on. So job went actually pretty smooth given my past experience with working on suspension. Everything came out smoothly. I didn't have to use the air hammer, didn't have to use the blowtorch, anything like that. So got it all back together. Now it's gonna go off to alignment. And so thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and stick around for more videos like this. See you guys in the next one.
Bimmer Redeemer out.
it.